Some fun and humor along the way. Pull up a chair, grab a coffee or a beer, and join us. It's football and the kitchen sink. Here are your hosts, Coach Schuman and Coach T. Pascali.
Yes, we're back.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. And those of you who I'm trying to figure out how I could have the people on maybe I'll unplug it. I got my people on my TikTok getting to listen in on here, so maybe I do it like this. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you.
You can. And then I will
can't
change
see you. I can't see
the audio so it comes out of internal. All right, say something.
You.
There we go. So that way people on TikTok can hear me, and you can still hear me.
Okay. I can't see you though.
You can't see me because I haven't.
Hey! Now we're good.
Hey, or maybe I do mirror my video. No, flip my camera. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh wow, then I could do.
We got a lot of stuff going. You got a lot of stuff going on right now.
I'm trying something.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it here. We figure it out.
So trying to see how I could get this at a better angle though for my peoples. My peoples of the TikTok parade.
Yeah, dude, they were all TikTok. I guess you're big time.
I'm big time? Why am I big time?
The kids yesterday were like, "Yo, Coach is on TikTok."
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, Coach loves TikTok."
I don't know about that.
They were like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "How do you think he communicates with you younger guys?" Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's funny. I don't know if I can get it going. I might just have to put it only on me, and they'll just have to listen to you, because otherwise it just doesn't look good. So, what we got going on today? A lot of stuff, by the way. Did you hear about Vincent Jackson before we go on anything else? Did you see that?
38 years old. No.
Crazy.
It's gonna be weird. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those weird ones.
One of those, hotel room. Something.
Yeah, it's good.
I hope it's not. I don't want to speculate.
I'm just 38 years old, hotel room, alone, no signs of
himself.
No signs of like anything going on. It's got to be.
I can't. I can see you good on the TV, and then I can't. My eyes are starting to go. So
that's great. That's good to know.
I know. I can't really.
Hey, the offensive coordinator, his eyes are starting to go. Can you tell him what he's looking at?
Wait a minute. Aren't there 3 cornerbacks out here?
There's 2 guys coming off the edge. No, Coach. That's one coach. There's only one guy. There's only one guy. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's a problem.
We'll have to work on that going forward.
Oh man, I can't believe it. Vince, I mean, it feels like
he's just playing, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. He was with the Chargers for a while, correct?
Chargers. Didn't he put? I think he played with the Bucs. Played with the Bucs. He was all pro, I think, 3 times.
It's so unfortunate when you hear things like that. You know what I mean? It's just, and this year was unlike anything else. You know what I mean? But I mean, this stuff, it's like you just never know, man. You just really never know. You're looking at a guy who's, 38 years old, played in the NFL. You know what I mean? Probably prime time, whatever. And now we got issues. You got issues going on, and it's unfortunate. It's a little scary.
No, it is. It is.
And then going forward, you know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, what is going to happen?
Because you're gonna find out, all the information, and it's just, who knows? Literally just broke though, right? Less than like a half hour ago, I think it was.
Yeah, I just happened to go on Twitter, and I was just
Me too. And that's all you got to do is just go on there, and you see something, and then you're like, wait, let me look into it a little bit more. And it's just crazy how how fast the news spreads and stuff nowadays, with social media and everything like that. Like you find out information instantaneously,
Crazy.
But, hopefully it's not, it's unfortunate. Just, pray for his family and all that stuff. And, it's really all we can do. But another one definitely gone too young, 38 damn years old, bro. Scary, but
that is scary.
Because you don't know.
You know what we didn't get to talk about last week, even though it's kind of like a little bit of past tense news, but it's still like the Jaguars. Now we talked about the hiring, and you had some comments on that, and then that guy a day later was gone. And do you think that Urban Meyer made the right move, or?
Well, here's the thing. After listening to all the information and kind of everything coming together these past few days, obviously as more and more information comes out, a lot of the blowback has come from basically, from what I understand is Urban Meyer kind of just went ahead and made this hire kind of like he normally would if he was the head coach at Ohio State,
right.
Where head coaches got to do their thing and then the other guys just kind of sign off on it. So here he goes, he makes this hire of a guy with a little bit of baggage, obviously negative baggage. But he, vetted was the word that he used and everybody's been, quoting for this guy. He's known him for over 20 years, wanted him as part of this next step in his chapter in his life. And ultimately, he went ahead and made this move. And unfortunately, the blowback and the pushback from everyone else was, so drastic and tough that, this guy ended up handing in his resignation almost 24 hours after a hire. So I guess the question goes, Urban Meyer ain't the dude that he thought he was, or, he just doesn't have that control like he does or did as, the head coach of a college. This is the NFL. This is a business. If something's going to hurt that brand, then, that's what's going to happen. And ultimately that is what happened. And that's the situation kind of now. So now he has to move forward, and it's almost like he started off with a negative, right?
Yes.
Which
I think it was, so I don't think you thought it was as big a deal.
I guess I didn't.
I'm always worried about the fact that when you hire a guy like that as your first hire.
Now that's the thing I think I overlooked, the impact of a first hire, right? Yeah. So maybe if he had hired some of these guys and they had been successful, where he created a track record of positive, but to go and hire someone and right away that be negative, I think that could be a problem.
And the other thing I think I might have mentioned it, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Like, I don't think that you talked about how the NFL, it's not like the biggest deal, like that position. So why make that position a controversial position?
Right. That should be someone you're going to hire that kind of just slides in the door under the radar, does his thing, and, kind of keeps going. But, times have changed, and the focal point of this, there is a microscope on this world of, racial inequality, sexual inequality, all this kind of stuff that has now kind of risen to the top, whereas it used to kind of just get brushed under a rug. And because that stuff's in the spotlight, you see things like this, where a guy's coming from a controversial situation and ultimately ends up resigning because of the impact or negative impact that he could have moving forward. I think it's wild to think about. I think it shows you exactly the world we're living in, and I
think it was a decision that you would have thought he would have thought more about, that he didn't end up.
Here's the thing. I think he is, maybe this is his oh boy moment where he realizes look, every move I make is going to be looked at and viewed in a certain way. Whereas, at Ohio State, he makes a move. Okay, we're good. Like, end of story. Oh, there's blowback. No way. He's my guy. We're good to go. Let's go. And kind of just moves on from it, where NFL, you're on a different level, bro.
Well, that's the thing. NFL is not only a different level, but every move is scrutinized. And the one difference with a for-profit business like that, so I guess quote unquote, is that it's a huge corporation, where colleges is really a nonprofit, but I guess the athletic department operates in that kind of for-profit mode. It's the most important guy is the head coach. Controversy.
He kind of does this thing.
You know what else? Though? You know what though? Let me take a step back on that, because you know what? The same thing happened at Ohio State.
That's what he has a track record of this.
Like, the same thing happened in Ohio State, where he didn't move. Like,
he had an assistant coach, issues arose. He thought he could handle it and keep it under the rug. And then when it started to come out, all right, now I got to deal with it. So this is not like a world he's not familiar with. Like, these issues have been around him before.
Right.
I mean, the guy can win football games, but there's a lot of other stuff that kind of goes with it, And are you willing to sacrifice some of those things to win football games?
I don't think you can do that anymore.
I don't think the good old boy club and all that kind of stuff.
I
don't think you get away with it.
I think the good old boy club still gets you jobs. Okay.
But I think from then you have to transition.
You're going to get a job because you obviously have a track record. You've had success. You're,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but with those wins comes a lot of stuff.
Right. And
a lot of the time it ain't so good.
Well, I guess that's what keeps making Nick Saban.
Because he's just stayed.
He's a steady Eddie. Look, he's made mistakes, I'm sure, and I'm sure there's dollars was dropped off at some time at some places. I don't know. Who knows what the truth is? But the point of the matter is,
we'll never know.
The point of the matter is, I start to think less and less that even goes on in Nick Saban's program, and more that
you have to do that. I mean, look, you just broke down his entire recruiting class.
Yeah, his recruiting class is off the wall. I don't think he has to do it. That's basically the long and the short of it. I don't think he's got to play the games that other people are playing. And I think he is subtly setting a standard also on how you deal with some of the controversial guys. So Sarkisian, who obviously was like,
I mean, just the fact that he goes –
he did a great job.
Not even the fact that some of these guys that he brings in have issues, right? These former head coaches and things like that. He's just bringing in guys who've just been fired. You know what I mean? Like, so he's bringing in guys that are basically, rock bottom, and then building them back up and saying, look, dude, I know you can coach. Come here, get in this structured program, because the key to success is structure.
Yes.
And that's what he preaches. We do things this way, and that's it. And when you just get fired or your life goes to, you need something or someone to just tell you, you have to do this, 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 and this, and this. Because why? Because now it takes this away, and you can just focus on what you need to do. And then eventually, when this starts to come back, now at least you have something that you can always fall back on, and it's that structure. I like to look at it and compare it to, you're in the circus and you're on the trapeze, right? But what's underneath you? You have a net. So you're willing to take more risks and do more things because look, I'm going to get it. But if I take a risk and I fall, at least that net is there to save me, and that's structure.
Right. And yeah, it's exactly right. I think you're 100% right. And I think, and guys are bringing up the one great thing I love at TikTok, guys bringing all kinds of stuff.
I'm not on it.
Yeah, I know. But there's a lot of like interaction. So Sarkisian, a different situation, was brought up. It was like, which is true.
Very public. That was very public. You know what I mean?
Very public, but very different too. Like more a failure on him personally.
Yep, exactly.
To live up to a standard.
Well, think about it. Like him coming in there,
not a society standard that you're violating in your behavior.
Right. And also because of the issue, because it was so public, right? Like the final straw was, an alumni dinner where it was very public that something was wrong. And, so for him personally to probably be at the lowest point of his life, look, I need to just go somewhere where there's a structure and I can be told what to do and I can just focus on this. Right. That way it's going to take all this other craziness out, Wild.
Something else that
it's why the most important thing when I'm teaching special education with those students, it's why routine and structure are the most important things in the classroom. Because when everything else is out of control, at least they know they have a safety net that they can lean back on and know this is how things are done. I have to do this.
Right.
That's
a good point.
Structure, man. It's huge. It's the same thing like, for us as human beings, you wake up at a certain time, you make your bed, you know what I mean? Like there's a structure to it. When things are chaotic and all over the place, I think that's when bad things happen. If you can keep a structured schedule, I think, it just adds to and helps you continue to move forward.
Let's talk about my boy, Gus Malzahn. What do you think, man? Like,
I personally wasn't expecting it. Kind of came out of left field. I thought he was going to take it.
Hold on. Should I do this for Gus? Hold on.
You should, and you got to put on a sweater vest and a tie. You got a clipboard
back in the mix.
Yes, you got a clipboard. Got a clipboard. Here we go. Well, for everybody who doesn't know, Gus Malzahn has signed a deal to be the next head coach at UCF. There it is.
There's the Gus Malzahn.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, because that's all he does. Ooh. Gus Malzahn is the new head coach.
The very first video of Gus Malzahn, which made him famous, was his video on the No Huddle. Have you ever read that book? Great. It's a fantastic. Well, nowadays it would be you would look at it and you would think kind of we're past that.
Right. But he was an innovator. He did this stuff. It's crazy to think about it. Because, listen, I love it because, I feel like I was actually, part of this whole thing because
you were
playing at Blair High School. We were going 4 wide in the early 90s and nobody knew what was going on. You know what I mean? Like no huddle, all this stuff. We were doing stuff before people really did it. And it always gives me like a sense of pride and I get a smile on my face when people start talking about, the roots of where it came from. And I love the fact that I was always in a spread offense. It's so exciting. So to see a guy like Malzahn climb those levels, right? Mm-hmm. High school coach, offensive coordinator, head coach, national championship. Now he gets fired and lands at UCF, which, dude, it's a great spot. And I think
spot for his no huddle because they're already
fast.
They're already doing it too, right?
And they're doing it at a high level. Like Heupel knows what's going on,
right?
And before that, Frost knew what's going on,
right?
You know what I mean? Like that program. I mean, what was it? What year was it where they were fighting, saying they were the national champs because they were undefeated?
That was when Kid Frost was in charge over there,
right? I mean, look, it's Orlando. Right? It's Florida. So you're getting some dudes.
Right.
Personally, I look at them. Are they a Florida Gator? I don't know. Not yet. Are they a Miami Hurricane? Very close. But if I'm in that state of Florida, I'm putting them over Florida State. And that may be a bold statement, but I'd rather, I look at them as the third. in Florida.
Would you rather go to Central Florida over Florida State?
Personally, absolutely. I'm not a Florida State fan. Never really was.
Never really.
No. So and obviously I'm a huge Miami Hurricane guy. So that's going to be my spot. But looking at it, look, Florida Atlantic, great. Florida International, yep. University of South Florida, all D1s in the state. Central Florida's above them. I don't think Central Florida can compete with the Florida Gators right now because I think Mullen has a great thing going on. But I sure as hell think that they could compete with a Miami and a Florida State. I think they're right there.
Can you name, and anybody's watching on TikTok, let's see if you can name this too, who the first star player was at a Central Florida?
Dante Culpepper.
All right. Dante Culpepper.
Remember, he was a monster.
Where did he play NFL ball?
Minnesota for a ton of years.
Dante Culpepper.
Played with the Dolphins for a couple years towards the end. I mean, look, man, he had Randy Moss. He just
that was first when they just began that D1, right? Dante.
Well, here's the thing too about
Wait,
I don't know.
What do you mean you play Randy Moss?
He played with Dante Culpepper. Played with Randy Moss.
If I can,
yeah, it was Randy Moss, Chris Carter, right?
That was Dante Culpepper.
Robert Smith in the backfield.
Robert Smith. What was his major in
recovering
college?
alcoholic?
What was his major in college?
Engineering, Bible studies. Wasn't he he's a big God guy.
Theology. He wanted to be a doctor.
His story is pretty interesting if anybody's interested. I mean, he had a lot of problem with alcohol after football.
Really?
And and beat it. And he's, in recovery for how many years?
Smith?
Yeah.
The running back?
The running back, number 26.
Supposed to be like really smart.
Yeah, too smart for his own good, probably.
He played.
Hey, alcohol slows this thing down. So maybe he's so smart, he's constantly thinking of all this stuff. If I'm not mistaken, can you name the tight end?
From Central Florida from back then?
From that group of Minnesota.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if I'm right.
It's Jake Reed.
Jake Reed was there. Yeah.
Was he the tight end? Jake Reed was a tight end, no?
I don't think I'm right.
Am I right?
I don't know.
Jake Reed was first of all, yeah. I mean, I thought Jake Reed was a tight end.
I thought it was
our events.
I think I'm mixing up. I was thinking Algie Crumpler.
Algie Crumpler was Atlanta.
Okay. That's where I screwed up.
Jake Reed. I'm pulling up his Twitter because I'm not.
Well, I'm looking at Dante Culpepper.
Oh, no, he's considered a wide receiver. Okay, he was just a big wide receiver, I guess.
So Culpepper played 11 seasons, primarily with the Vikings.
Jake Reed on Twitter has touting his cameo. You know what cameo is, right?
Yeah. What was he in?
No, cameo is so. Have you heard of this service? Do you know about it?
No, what is it?
Okay, so let's say I don't know, Jake Reed, ex-NFL player. If I wanted to have Jake Reed go and give a happy birthday to like your nephew,
oh my God,
hey, like whatever their fee is, and you go right online, you pick it, and you say, hey, this is who I'd like that. He does a message like, hey, Derek, happy birthday, man, here from Jake Reed, and blah blah, and they send it to you and it makes a quick $100.
I wish I was that popular.
Like, I'm sure.
Are those the guys that have the blue checks?
It's probably it's everybody though. It's not just athletes. It's like celebrities. Like you could hire Brad Pitt and all those kind of things. Oh yeah, we know about Vincent Jackson dying. We know about that. We
already mentioned that. So it says here, like Culpepper. I mean, dude, he had some dudes he played with.
Yeah, RP,
Moss, Carter, Smith. He played with Corey Stringer.
Who did?
Culpepper. John Randall. Matt Burke. I mean, he had some big name dudes. See, after not retaining Randall Cunningham or Jeff George, the team was led by first-year starting quarterback Dante Culpepper and running back Robert Smith, who ran for then a team record 1,500 yards and 7 touchdowns. That was the 2000 season.
Okay.
So he had some weapons. I mean, I can just remember, like, I think Dante Culpepper, I think of him literally just launching a bomb down the sideline, Randy Moss going up and get it. Like, Monday Night Football against the Packers or something like that. Weren't they really good and the Giants knocked them out? Was that him?
I don't know.
A little mention of Jeff George in here, too. That guy, I love that guy. You remember him?
Who?
Jeff George?
Oh, yeah, very good quarterback.
Cannon, right? Didn't he have a cannon?
Married to supermodel.
Of course. But getting back to UCF and Malzahn, I just think it's a great spot. Like, you're in Florida, Orlando. You got a good recruiting area. The school itself, I hear, is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal. I mean, if you look it up, they have a pool in the quad in the middle of campus.
I spent
I don't want to know.
A day at the Central Florida area of excitement, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Yep. That's all I remember about it. That's pretty much the entire deal there. That was it.
Probably what it's probably all about.
It was.
I remember.
Yeah. I don't know if that was the same week.
But I wonder I wonder how it works now with his buyout.
What's that?
He still gets his buyout money, correct? From Auburn. Like, this doesn't negate.
Yeah, so it cuts into. So let's say his buyout. I don't know what it was, but let's say
$21 million.
All right, so $21 million. So let's say they're paying him $10 million. They would only have to pay out $11 million.
Well, the deal he signed here is a 5-year, 11.5.
Right, so they would still be responsible for the balance of that.
Contract.
So it really kind of gets Auburn off the hook a little bit if you think about it.
Absolutely.
So,
well, here's the thing. This may be the best hire of the offseason.
I think it's a great hire for them. I think
they're right on that cusp of being a Power 5, but they're not.
Yeah.
So you bring in a Power 5 coach who's been successful at the highest level.
That's a good point.
Let's go. How many points do you think he's going to score? Based off some of the teams they play.
And he's going to, I think.
Well, he's got to prove a point.
He's going to run his system the way that he always kind of did it.
He's going to want to prove a point.
Oh, yeah. He's going to.
Okay, so wait, here are the article. This article on ESPN explains it. It says Malzahn signed a 7-year, $49 million contract with Auburn following the 2017 season and was owed a $21.7 million buyout when he was fired by the school in December. Sorry, I know I'm laughing, but these numbers are just insane.
$1 million, but yeah.
He received half of that money within 30 days of his termination on December 13th. And will receive the rest in equal annual installments over the next 4 years.
It does depend on his contract. So he could have
right here, regardless of his contract with UCF. So he's going to get his money no matter what.
That's incredible. So he now has $30 million. This dude went from coaching. He's my hero. He went from coaching high school football 10 years ago. Maybe it's 12 now, but
I think like 2000s.
I want to say he got 2000.
Arkansas was probably like 2006,
7, 15 years ago. Coach of high school football, now getting 20 million plus 10, 30. He's $30 million freaking dollars. Are you kidding me?
So he was owed 21.
Oh,
he got half of that already.
Dude.
So what's that, 11? So he got you figure he got like 10-5. So he's already got 10-5.
Incredible.
So then take whatever's left from that half and divide it up into 4. And every year on December 15th, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. It's like the Mets and Bobby Bonilla, bro. Still paying him $1 million a year.
It's unbelievable.
And it's not like he has to go. He's not going into a program where he has to do like an overhaul.
Right.
It's there. All he has to do is add his Gus Malzahn stuff and let's go.
Let's go.
He doesn't have to. It's like my word of the day because I've said it a ton today. Actually, I posted it and everything. Let's go. But like he's got the right guys. He doesn't have to go in and recruit guys for his system. You know what I mean? Like it's all there. It's almost like cheating.
Kid from Hawaii just said that they haven't had football yet in Hawaii.
Yeah, and did you read? I'm reading the Aloha Bowl. The stadium is going to be condemned, and it's it's the only place on the island that can hold enough people to warrant a Division I program.
So what are they going to be playing?
So they're going back and forth because certain people want to build a new one and certain people want to renovate, and ultimately Hawaii is going to have no place to play because you know that there's a stipulation that in order to be D1 you have to have a stadium that holds a certain number of people. There's nowhere on the islands that can do that other than this stadium that's about to be condemned because it's, 30-something years old.
So where is Hawaii going to play?
That's the thing. It's not like you can just go to another college. There's nowhere there. As it is, Hawaii has the hardest, most difficult setup as it is because, anytime you travel, it's crazy. The fact that they can even function at Division I level, to me, is astonishing. I always have so much respect for them just because of that stuff that they deal with that nobody else deals with.
You know what, Coach D? You're going to have to get a TikTok. Don't get yourself in trouble on there, okay? But you need to get yourself a TikTok, and I'll tell you why. Because we could do this, and then you could chime in with me, and we'd be side by side, talking just like we are. But now all the kids could, because they're like,
I know. You're getting a whole different generation.
Well, we deal with mostly high school.
That's
right.
Yeah, no kidding. How many we had? 37 yesterday.
Yesterday, 37.
Yeah, I count. It was 30. I think because some of the guys came in a little later. We started with 34.
We're not that many of them actually.
I'm telling you, dude. We started with 34, and then a few of them came in. I counted them. So first thing I did when I got out there, I was like,
I think we were missing a handful.
I just thought it was awesome because normally you know how those things go. Like I'm not going on, whatever. We had majority of everybody there. It was.
Yeah, we'll be very good.
We'll keep that to ourselves.
We'll do really good. We'll quietly build that up, and then all of a sudden we'll have.
Yep.
We'll have the program.
That's it, bro.
Everyone will play for the Beasts.
You
want to play for the Beasts, man. You want to play for the Beasts.
Such a great name too. I really want to see this. I want to hang on. Let me pull up.
You know what?
I want to pull up UCF's schedule.
What do you think about this? I eventually like to build that in like all beach area, like we're kind of beach area, right? All like beach areas that have a lot of good football players, and put like one in, like, you obviously could put one or two in Florida, right? And you could put along the eastern seaboard. You could put it some down the south, right?
That's where you go. Lake
Michigan somewhere for Chicago, right? And you could
you got to get something in Ohio.
And then get like a national team.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and go rock it out.
That we go and we get they don't
like they have like the USA national team
all the time, but they run kind of a set system.
Yeah,
and it's a national team, and we just get them to tournaments.
Yeah,
so we have our local guys. Each
guy has their place. Yeah, I get
it. Then
So here's UCF's schedule for next year.
Give it to me.
They open up with Boise State. New head coach coming in. Then they're at Louisville.
Mm.
I just feel like that could be like a track meet. That could be like 82 to. Then they play your boys, your alma mater. UConn Huskies.
Okay.
At Cincinnati. At Navy. At another one of your favorite schools, SMU.
Great stadium in the
and
middle.
they're going to Temple. Home against East Carolina, Memphis, Tulane, USF. So schedule is not as easy as I was thinking. But, I mean, because they play a couple hammers, those first 4 games, first 5 games, really. Boise State, Louisville, UConn's your whatever, at Cincinnati, at Navy. Beat Boise State, lose to Louisville, beat UConn, lose to Cincinnati, and then he probably runs the table.
Right.
And he's going to start scheduling some big boys. He has those connections to the SEC. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see him play like an Ole Miss or Mississippi State. I'm sure Auburn won't want to play him. Why would you?
Well, I don't know.
Would you love to see in the big states, big football states, right? I think there, when it comes to big time college football, you have four states, right? You got Florida, Texas, California, Ohio. Wouldn't you like to see all of those D1s play each other in like a tournament in each state?
Say that again.
Florida, Texas, California, Ohio.
Florida, Texas, California, Ohio.
Each of them have at least 5 Division I schools.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to see each state do their own state championship? Have like a tournament.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then whoever wins that state goes and plays Texas. Whoever wins Texas goes and plays Cali.
National championship.
But I'm saying, wouldn't it be cool if it was state-based?
Like Texas versus Florida, you mean?
Ultimately, how it would come out of it. But like Texas schools have to run through a gamble of Texas schools. So you got, Texas A&M has to play North Texas, and then the winner plays Texas Tech or, one or the other, and Houston, and they all just clash. You got Florida Atlantic has to play USF, UCF has to play Florida International, Miami has to play Florida State, and Florida gets a bye. Like, I think that would be crazy.
That would be pretty crazy.
And you do it you can do it with those 4 states. You can do it with those 4 states because they have enough numbers. Most states don't have that, obviously.
Would a high school national championship be of value?
I mean, you have that, but it's media, right? Like Bosco won the national championship supposedly in 2009 and 2011.
They won 2, huh?
The 2011 team was just, it was.
Was that with Peppers?
That was when, yes. And he left that year. He was only a sophomore, but they had like Darius Hamilton, Leonte Carew. I mean, they had, I think they had Shoemate at safety. I mean, they had all these guys that were, Notre Dame, Rutgers, Michigan.
I tried to sign Shoemate when I was an agent.
I remember that.
And I went to visit him at Notre Dame. I know his father really, because he came to the camps as an 8th grader, 9th grader. It was our camp in Nutley, I think. And
what was funny was, they all – I came the year they all left.
Well, Shoemate was Patterson Catholic originally.
So was Quan. So was Akadim Muhammad.
Oh, okay.
Who's now going on year 4 with the Colts. He was a Patterson Catholic kid. And then when they closed, showed up at Bosco, and they were like, "Thank you." But that team, you look at these guys that are national champions, it's mainly media and Max Preps saying they're good.
Right.
And obviously, they beat somebody or they don't, but they don't actually, some of them clash. You may have like a number 4 team play a number 7, but you never see, those big dogs play each other. I mean, actually, a couple years ago you did, but only because both teams were from California and played each other on the schedule. You had Mater Dei and St. John Bosco. I mean, you're talking some of the best teams in the country didn't even play football this year because Cali didn't do anything.
Right. It's like, I think that's the 3rd or 4th ranked football state in the country.
Right. And if you look at it, a lot of those teams in the top 10 are, some of them are California teams. Mater Dei, like I said, Mater Dei, St. John Bosco, you had Cal Poly a couple years ago. De La Salle was always ridiculous. I think that game when Bosco went out there.
Hello? Did we lose you?
De La Salle had beat them. When
you froze on us, Mr. DePascal.
You there?
I lost you there. You froze.
I haven't touched anything.
You guys are going to get blacked out soon?
I hope not.
Right? Isn't it supposed to be like, is it supposed to be bad weather? It's supposed to be bad weather throughout the country.
Cool. Let's go. Doomsday.
Doomsday?
You got canned soup? I got Kansas soup. Kansas soup and a lighter. You're good.
The day after tomorrow? You ever see that movie?
Nope.
You never seen The Day After Tomorrow?
You ever watch Doomsday Preppers? Those people are crazy.
Oh, what do they do?
They just have bunkers and stuff stocked full for so they could survive 50 years of nuclear blasts in a bunker.
No way.
Yeah, you never saw it?
No.
Watch one episode of Doomsday Preppers and your life will change.
My life will change in a positive or
I don't know. It's going to open your eyes to be people really are this concerned about things ending.
Well, I understand that now.
Yeah, you think? How many people eye-opening up to that kind of stuff going on? Whoa. After this year or last year, which it seems like it's all blended into one,
right.
Do you really feel a change? Something has changed in 2021? I don't.
Not a ton has changed.
I still can't go watch basketball games. You know what I mean? Still can't work out with my guys. Still can't do any of this stuff. The only difference is you're going, you're it's just, I don't know. The question is, how long are we going to wear masks? Forever?
Oh, please don't start with this.
I'm not. I was just asking a question.
I know. I just get irritated.
You know how many times I walk into a store and forget that it's not on my head?
Oh, no.
Still.
The worst is if you go out of the house and you start to drive and you're like, oh, my God, I forgot that stupid mask.
I literally have.
It's so frustrating.
I have 20 on me at all times.
I do try to put them in my car because it's just.
There's 2 in my car, always in my bag that I'm carrying. Everywhere it's literally become your cell phone.
Right. That's all I need, too, is another thing to worry about.
You don't have enough on your plate as it is. When you're walking out of the house, now you got to worry about make sure I have my mask.
Ugh.
Frustrating, man. It's the times we're living in, though. I really don't know. We did have some history made yesterday. I don't even know if I know you're not a big NASCAR guy, but I am. I love it. Bubba Wallace, the first African-American to ever lead a lap in the Daytona 500.
Oh, okay.
And he's also sponsored by Michael Jordan. So it was pretty cool to see his pit crew, in their stuff, and they got Jordan gloves on.
Isn't that Smollett? Mr. Smollett?
What's that?
Who's it? Bubba Wallace?
Bubba Wallace.
Is he the guy that had the whole controversial thing?
Absolutely. Yep. They thought there was a – yeah.
He's a
but it was crazy, though, because the race itself, there's a huge crash, a 16-car crash on lap 13, which wiped out a ton of people. And then there was a 6-hour rain delay They finished the race last night at midnight.
Really?
And there was a huge crash in the last lap.
How long did he lead for? I'm curious.
1 lap.
Oh.
But there was a huge crash on the last lap that wiped out people. So it was a pretty good race. I love that stuff. I really do. I think it's awesome. It's more than just making a left turn. I'll tell you that much. You're going 200 miles an hour for how many laps? I don't know how you do it. You're shifting. You're doing it. I mean, you're talking about a workout. There ain't no air conditioners in those things.
Well, no, that's what we call a sweat box.
They say an average guy loses 7 to 10 pounds per race.
Incredible. Well, that's a good way to get it. What do you
think about how sore you are, though? People are like, oh, how can you be sore from driving a car? You're tense for 500 laps, and you're doing this, and the G-force on your body. It's always been one of those things that I just find, different. I'm sure we don't have many NASCAR fans out here, but I think it's a sport. It's definitely a sport.
Country, there's a lot of NASCAR fans. Definitely.
It's definitely an interesting sport. It's its own world. But I thought it was cool to see like you're seeing a guy changing a tire so fast and he's got Jordan gloves on. You know what I mean? Like that was, I thought, cool. Michael Jordan's always been into racing.
Branded Jordan brand?
Yeah, his car, number 23, He
has a car?
Yeah, Bubba Wallace.
Oh, Bubba Wallace is the Jordan brand?
Yeah, he's the Jordan guy.
Got it. Okay.
And it was funny today, like they're saying he only led 1 lap. What are you kidding me? Like, Jordan should tell him he ain't getting no free stuff. This Jordan brand is for winners only. They were all over him.
All over him.
Like, you can't wear this Jordan logo, bro, if you only lead 1 lap.
Again?
What's that?
What place did he finish?
Not even top 10. He was like last lap, he was in like the accident. It was like crazy. Those things are scary though, dude. They crash at like 210. You got cars flying in the air. I mean, it was awesome last night though, because you could tell something happened. Like drivers were pissed. Like the one dude got out of his car after the wreck, and he was slamming his helmet and going crazy. Like you see the emotion. I love it. It's so fired up. These guys are the same as other athletes. They just do it in a different way, bro.
No, they're not. They're not as good at athletes. Come on.
I bet you some of them can ball.
No way. They can't ball. They're driving cars.
I'm telling you right now, you think it's so easy.
I don't think it's easy to drive a car. I wouldn't be able to drive a car for 500 laps. No.
At 220 going left with the guy behind you bumping into you.
I definitely wouldn't be able to do it. I definitely would not have the skills. I'm just saying you can't. They're not athletes.
I think that's a good question because I beg to differ.
They're athletes.
I think if you went into that,
I get it's a sport. Are they athletic?
This is what I'm saying. I bet you if you went into that pit area and set up a basketball hoop, you could find guys and go 3-on-3, and it would look like a basketball game. Guaranteed. Those drivers, I get you. Guarantee you can find half of them that can play a sport.
No way.
I would put money on it.
Chance.
I'm telling you right now. Don't make me go through like the NASCAR lineup and see like some of these guys. Maybe some of these guys might have played collegiate sports.
0 chance.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Now I'm looking it up.
While you're doing that, I'll read you a couple of reactions from the college football world about Gus Malzahn.
Yeah, what's it like? Are people what is it? What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for?
According to Yahoo Insider, UCF.
What's the pulse?
What
is the pulse of college football after this hire?
Actually, this article's terrible. It doesn't give me anything. I don't know what the college pulse is. I thought I did. Penn State cornerback concludes college football career over. It was difficult.
Oh, here's a whole article. Are NASCAR drivers athletes?
Well, our esports players athletes. Answer that question for me. Are esports people athletes?
No.
They're not athletes.
Esports as in what?
Esports, gamers, video gamers.
Absolutely not.
So how is that any different than a car driver?
Because a gamer's not going 220 miles an hour, shifting and doing physical stuff and having their body with how many G-forces pinning up against the wall.
Well, the other guy's using his brain.
Oh, I'm sorry. His thumbs might hurt. We got a thumb cramp. Thumb cramp. Get the pickle juice.
Is chess a sport?
Chess is definitely it's a sport, but that doesn't mean it's.
Or is it a game?
Ooh, that's a great question. What's the definition of it? What's the definitions of sport compared to games?
Definition of sport is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual player competes against another or others for entertainment.
This is a great debate, by the way.
Game definition. A form of play or sport, especially a competitive one, played according to the rules and decided by skill, strength, or luck. So I guess, okay, is hunting a sport? Can you hunt animals for sport? Hello?
I'm thinking. Oh, that's loud. Hang on, let me go shut this thing off quick while I think about this. Game or sport? Is hunting a game or sport?
Is hunting a game or sport? Is shooting a sport? I know it's in the Olympics. I know that. These are in the Olympics. Is curling? Do you consider curling a sport?
Yes, absolutely, and I would love to try it.
Do you consider shooting a sport? Shooting's in the Olympics. Do you consider it a sport?
Yeah.
Do you consider I'm trying to think of a good one here. Hold on. Shuffleboard a sport?
I love shuffleboard.
Or is that a game? It's a physical exertion.
I think it's both.
Well, a game can be within a sport. But I'm saying, is it more of a game or is it a sport? Activity or sport?
Now you're saying activity. I think it's more of an activity.
I say, a game or sport. I'll give you another one. What would
gym sports? Pickleball.
Pickleball's a sport. Definitely.
I hate pickleball.
Definitely a sport.
Badminton.
Definitely a sport.
Racquetball.
Definitely a sport.
Golf. Ew.
Definitely a sport because there's enough physical exertion.
So, driving.
What's the physical exertion? The mental exertion?
You have to shift. You don't have manual cars. Your feet with the clutch and the pedals and brakes. Plus
okay.
Hello, Omar.
Are sports like poker a sport? Texas Hold'em.
What's the thing? We all do this. What's this? The toss, the beanbag toss thing. What am I talking about?
Is cornhole a sport or a game?
Cornhole. Horseshoes.
You are moving something.
Horseshoes.
To me, it's the.
Well, then what about like horseback riding?
Well, equestrian is a sport. Just horseback riding, I would say, is an activity.
But if you're going over jumps and stuff,
that's equestrian. That's a sport.
What's the one where they ski?
I see what you're saying. If I consider that a sport, then driving a car should be a sport.
Omar says no because it's not on ESPN.
Equestrian?
Yeah.
If it's on ESPN, it's a sport. So then Poker Stars is a sport then.
Absolutely. Well, then that makes the spelling bee a sport.
Is spelling bee a sport? No. It's a game.
This is a lot for a Monday.
It is. It's a tough mental question, actually. It's tough because it's
this might be a Twitter post.
Is math debate a sport?
Well, now you're getting into the world. I'm trying to think of what's the sport where they ski and shoot. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Skeet shooting?
Is that what it is? Skeet shooting? No, that's where I'm talking like it's almost like cross-country skiing, and then they have to stop, bang a target, and then go.
The pentathlon, the modern pentathlon.
Right.
That's definitely a sport because they ski. They do a lot of things.
Track.
Track is
my goodness. What about skee ball?
You're moving your arm. Is bowling? If bowling is considered a sport, skee ball is a sport, right? Or is it a game?
I like bowling too.
Tiddlywinks.
I never played it in my life. Twister. Is Twister a game?
Twister was much more
gymnastics.
Co-ed Twister or
no. Jello shot Twister.
Oh, that's more than a game.
So gymnastics is a sport.
That's an experience.
In a dorm room.
Yeah, that's a great experience.
Bocce ball. You ever played bocce? You ever played it? You've had it.
Yeah.
If you have any Italian friends, you've played bocce ball.
Yeah.
Croquet.
Croquet.
That is a deep one that you came out with on a Monday. You came out strong this week. That's tough. That might be one we need to like revisit. Or that
fishing. How about fishing?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, bass fishing is on ESPN. There's a high school national championship.
Right here, Omar said, what about dodgeball?
Dodgeball.
Is that a game or a sport?
Dodgeball, if it's in a competitive environment, definitely is a sport. It's on the Ocho.
That's what it is. It is physical as hell.
It's on the Ocho, man. It's on the Ocho.
What about skating? Figure skating.
What about dodgeball? Or badminton? Definitely spelled badminton wrong, but definitely I think badminton is.
What about like I said? What about like ice skating?
Ice skating.
Listen, man.
Just ice skating, or
no? Like I'm talking like Tanya Harding. Like Tanya Harding ice skating. That's the best story ever, bro. She hit her with a bat. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, Galooly.
I just can't. That story is so.
She didn't hit him with the bat.
No, but I'm saying like that is so awesome. Surfing's
a sport.
That's tough. You've tried it. We heard that story.
I did it. It's a sport.
And
I couldn't do it. And I stink at it. It's not a big guy sport.
I think things like we're talking like yeah, or he said right here like jet skiing.
Jet skiing.
You know, like when you're racing, like we're talking car racing. What about like boat racing?
Boat racing.
Like you see some of that high speed stuff.
Oh, they're flying, dude. Monster trucks.
Yeah. Gravedigger. Nephew loves Gravedigger. That stuff's so loud, dude. I went to see it once. It's pretty cool.
I got a really tough one for you. I'm going to take it to a different level.
Oh, no.
Professional wrestling.
Nah,
is that entertainment or is that actually a sport?
Whatever it is, it makes a lot of money.
That's true.
Connecticut-based.
Mud wrestling.
What is this, old school Jello?
Did you ever see the movie with John Candy when he mud wrestled Stripes? I think it was.
Yeah. Who else is in that?
Bill Murray.
Murray, right? Yeah. Stripes is great.
Stripes.
And when the other guy's in that too, Egon from the Ghostbusters.
Yes, who, by the way, wrote Caddyshack.
And passed away recently.
Oh, he did?
Like 2 years ago. Yeah.
He must have been pretty young.
Egon. I think he wrote himself into that movie.
Well, he was a writer.
Right.
That's what he was. So he's in a lot of these movies after he's written so many of these that he starts, just giving himself roles.
That's cool.
I mean, listen, if you're the writer, I mean, for God's sakes.
Watch the whole thing on the background of the Ghostbusters movie. It was phenomenal.
Because you don't look like a movie star.
No. And because they were like
Formula One. I like Formula One, same thing as NASCAR. I don't know. I mean, I know it's on ESPN.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's a great
The Ocho.
But like I'm saying, like,
all right, can you hold on before you go? Can you name the announcer? One of the announcers. I don't know if I can name both. One of the announcers, a famous actor from Dodgeball.
Bateman.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Ozark season 4 is coming out.
Oh, it is?
March.
I love Ozark.
So good.
So good.
He's good. Everything he does. He was the Necessary Roughness. He was phenomenal.
Who's he in Necessary Roughness?
He's one of the players. He's the rich little whatever dude.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was like the starting of the rebirth of his career.
Right, because he went downhill for a while.
Because he was
He was like a kid star, right?
Yeah, he was a kid star. He was on Silver Spoon. Wait, Silver Spoons? I think he was in Silver Spoons.
I don't know. I know he had like a slow start to his career because he was a kid star, and they always kind of deemed him that way. Oh, that's a good one, Omar. Cheerleading.
Because
listen.
So I'm going to tell you right now. First,
I know some
ask any cheerleader 100%.
I know some high-level cheerleading chicks.
They have made it into a competitive sport because they have that national championship. It's kind of like a hybrid of gymnastics.
Right. They say it's tumbling and all this kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
cheerleading is a sport.
Some of that stuff, dude. Like, I'm telling you,
absolutely is a sport.
Girl I know, I mean, she traveled the world doing cheerleading stuff.
Hey, I can adjust with the times.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff's crazy. Now, does that put
that one offline?
Now, what about band?
Don't ask me that one on public.
What about band?
Oh, I got another sport on TikTok. TikTok's hilarious. People don't care about being politically correct. They just tell you what they think.
I don't even want to.
It's hilarious. Okay, hold on. Jason Bateman. Let me go back to Jason Bateman.
Wait, what about band?
Band is not a sport.
It's performance.
Band is an activity.
You're telling me the guy with the tuba couldn't play center?
He can play center. He's got to also play center. But if he can play tuba, he can play offensive line.
I'm with it.
Who is the guy who don't they always try to all the movies from like the 80s? Don't they want to like get the tuba player out? He says band is for an halftime show.
What?
The guy, listen, we have to have you on TikTok so you can do the mirror with me at the same time we're doing.
It's not bad?
You'll die laughing because the comments just keep coming in on my TikTok. It's great. They just roll in.
Video that's that long on TikTok?
What's that? Oh yeah, you can just keep going.
I thought there was a time limit.
That's no. You can just I'm doing
and
live.
TikTok is what? Just videos?
Yeah, people post videos, but you could do live. You could do like
it's like is it like so it's like Instagram with videos?
Yeah, you know how Instagram has live. It's the same kind of thing.
Okay.
It really depends on where you're following is better, I guess. Like I've never done I think I did Instagram live once, but like I don't know.
Well, like if we wanted to, you could
TikTok way easier to use for it.
Well, I'm saying if you wanted to, you could TikTok live our 7-on-7 workouts.
We could TikTok live the 7-on-7 workout. Absolutely, we should. We should.
The other guys did something, right? What did they post?
He has to pick up choice pictures. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's upstairs playing a game.
Okay.
Thanks, boss. Did she give me the death look?
No.
She gave me the Wayne Valley death look.
When are you going to invite us
I don't know if you want to come now. It's a little chilly, girl.
No, I need to get away.
You can come whenever you want. I'm sure Jen would love to have a day out with you where you could just rip us apart.
Yeah, that'd be great. You could just make fun of me and Derek the whole time.
You guys could just crush the fact that you hate us. It's okay.
Yeah, you could just say all the bad things you want to say to each other.
Yeah, because you both want to say the same stuff.
That sounds like a great day.
Yeah,
it would be like you want to talk about a cleanse.
Cleanse the two guys you want to bash.
Oh.
People would love it. You should do a live show on.
You did a live show.
Life away from Derek and Dave.
Or a day in the life of a high school football coach.
It's cheerleading sport. Wait. Omar said, "Is cheerleading a sport?" My cousin's asking.
Yeah,
I'm online. Yeah, it is.
Listen, I've seen some things.
There is There is a thing called cheer sport. I saw it. One of my buddies' daughters.
I'm just thinking.
I don't know what that means.
High level cheerleading is tough, dude.
No, hold on. Cheerleading is definitely tough when they're doing the flips and everything.
That's when they're doing real stuff. I just think the choreography, the holds, the lifts, all that kind of stuff, man. Like,
when I was in college, one of the cheerleaders.
I'm sure UConn had a big.
I'm going to tell you, it just came to my mind. Kim, I can't think what Kim's last name was, but we were hanging out in her dorm room, some football players, cheerleaders, just talking. And she said, this is when we had this is back in the day, we had the argument. She said, and by the way, my man D. Heineman over here is just, oh God, he's got me rolling. I can't say it on regular stuff, but he's got me rolling. Okay, so
that's a free platform, I guess.
She goes, there were like cheerleader girls and like football players and then cheer guys. I don't know why they were in the room too. But they're like, oh, you can't do what they can do. I'm like, well, what do they do? It's like, to throw us up and hold us. I said, all right, come on over here.
Oh, boy.
I went, she's like, you got to do 1, 2, 3, right? And then you hold them in the air like that,
Yeah.
I was like,
hand placement is important.
I did 1. Yeah. Oh, you got the.
Yeah. Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying.
1, 2, 3. Boom! I hear put it right through the ceiling. Right through the ceiling. I said, I told you I could get you up there.
Yeah,
right through the ceiling. Head went right through the ceiling. Like the
Yep. You don't have to tell me.
I heard because you have.
Meanwhile, here comes the RA down the hallway. Like, what was that?
Yeah. Yep. Right through the ceiling. Oh man, that's
like I said. I mean, look, the girl I know, she's now the head coach at Barnegat, right? Like, she did cheerleading. She cheerleaded at Hofstra. She was a cheerleader at Hofstra. She took it to the next level with all the UCF cheering stuff. She's a judge. You know what I mean? Like, she made a career out of it till she was 30. Dave, she traveled the world.
Oh yeah, they definitely traveled.
I would only see her. She would come back to town for like a day, 2, and bam, she was on another flight somewhere.
There's definitely
where are you going? She's like cheering. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, good for you. I love it. And now I'm telling you, look, you look at Barnegat cheering.
Okay.
They have 3 seasons of it. That's number 1. Nobody has 3 seasons of cheering. And I'm just telling you, the way she handles things, bro, it's amazing to see. Like, it's not, oh, this is cheering. It's like, this is cheering. Just things that are done right. I think it's awesome. But, she also did it at a very high level.
Right.
And when you do anything at a high level, it changes certain things like that. But I think I definitely 100% that is a sport. No doubt. No doubt. That was a good one to start with for the week. Oof.
Yeah, I don't know if
I said, that might actually be a Twitter post to see what kind of feedback I could get from people. Like, what is a sport? What is a game? Because you can't list them all. Or that's the question you ask. Tell me a sport and tell me a game.
What does this mean? Reminder Buck says Percy Wag tomorrow. February 16th begins our first day without cohorts. All students opted in. Is everybody back?
Yeah, tomorrow. There's no cohorts, right? Is that what it says? I gotta check my email. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
What does no cohorts mean?
I think like everybody will be in. Which will last a day, and then we'll get shut down. Find out when I walk in the building.
Does that mean everybody's in?
Find out when I walk in the building.
Oh, did my phone just die? Oh, my live just ended.
All right, well, good show, guys. It still says live on mine.
No, that live is still live. My
my
little TikToker.
Oh, I got it.
You know what it does do? Crushes your
Battery.
Battery crush.
Another thing, and Wesley College in Delaware, Division III.
Yeah.
Shutting down all athletics in June.
Wesley College, the football powerhouse?
Yep, where Boberts went, you know what I mean? Right there in Dover. They were recently bought by Delaware State because of financial reasons, obviously. And they're canceling all sports. So there'll be no more Division III athletics. So Wesley football is dead.
Oh, that could be a bonanza for Montclair State.
Well, for listen, I mean, the article's on Football Scoop, you know, and they give the statistics, man. I mean,
great program.
Phenomenal. Like, if you look at their numbers, it's wild.
That is wild.
Perhaps the top team, one of the elite college programs, and perhaps one of the tops on the East Coast, it ended the 2019 season with a 10-2 mark, ranked 11th in the country, and it's played in the semifinals 6 times from 2005 to 2014. And it held an impressive streak of 13 seasons where they won at least one playoff game.
That's incredible.
And they lost their head coach May of 2018 when he passed away. Suddenly, like it was kind of just out of nowhere, you know? So yeah, they're going to be shutting it down, and that's unfortunate because, like I said, it's a good programs across the board. All not just football. Like they have good sports across the board.
Is the school got taken over by Delaware State?
Right, they bought them.
And they're getting rid of all athletics because it was
they're basically killing the Division III aspect of the sports at Wesley. You know, kind of like how FDU works, where they have a TNEC campus and they have Florham Park, and Florham Park is D3 and TNEC is D1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the situation that's happening here. Del State is D2. And then, Wesley is D3.
I think Del State is FCS.
Right. I think that's what they said they bumped up or something. Mm-hmm. And it's that's a historically black college?
Correct.
I didn't know that either. Well, if Del State is smart, they just take all those dudes from the Wesley team and say, come on over. You're already paying your way anyway.
Some of those dudes are pretty good.
Are dudes. I played against two. There was, 2 kids on that team that went and had NFL stuff. Like when we played them, it was a freak show. I loved it though. One of the most interesting games of my career in my life.
Delaware
started the game with no referees. They never assigned referees to the game. So we had no referees. So we had to wait. Then in the third quarter, There was a lightning storm, so we had a 35-minute delay for lightning. It was one of the hottest days or games I've ever played in my life. And we ended up winning. I don't know how, but we did.
That's a big win because they have a lot of good players.
It was huge. They were ranked number 3 in the country at the time, and we were just coming off. That was our third game of my senior year. We started off 2-0. We beat Wilkes, who was ranked, and then we had beaten Springfield, who was ranked. So they were our third team we beat in 3 weeks that were ranked, and we were bumped up to like number 7 in the country. And then we screwed up and ended up losing to TCNJ. Scum. On a Friday night. Horrible night. But things happen. Get over it, Derek. What are you, filling bills? You doing bills?
No. I'm just listening to you and then looking at some things.
He says I'm listening to you.
There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. First of all, I want to go back to my Jason Bateman thing because we went away from him. And
we've already done a Jason Bateman segment, man.
We did not do a Jason.
Yes, we did. We talked about it. 100%. He's that good.
Why am I getting set voter registration? Do I need to? I already am a voter.
I told you it's so you can vote twice. Well, you had to re-register down here, right? Was it Monmouth County you are?
Yeah, but I think I just did it online.
Right. I'm saying I just double check it.
I don't know. I guess I don't know what. Oh, maybe it's because maybe mail in.
Did you do a mail in?
No. Oh, everybody did a mail in.
Right.
You know.
I know.
You know.
Well, now you can vote twice.
Jason Bateman.
He worked in Michigan.
Was on Silver Spoons. He was nominated for a Young Actor. He was on It's Your Movie. He was on Valerie. Did you watch Valerie as a kid?
Never heard of it.
Then he was on Arrested Development. I didn't know that.
I think that's where he started to turn the career.
That's like 2004.
I think that's where he started to become what he is today.
I don't remember.
I saw him in an interview one time, and I think that's where he kind of turned the corner for him.
Yeah,
because up until that point, he was kind of deemed a,
child star.
Child star.
Interesting. Maybe now I'm thinking maybe we did look at this.
He has a great role in Dodgeball.
His role in Dodgeball. Colin is the other. Oh yeah, Colin. Yeah. He's like,
and then he's got his role. Necessary Roughness, whatever. What's the other one he has? He has a few where it's almost like he plays like the same role. He's always like that certain type of guy.
Cynical. He's cynical.
Yeah. He's
cynical as heck. Like, how about the movie with Jennifer Aniston and
that's the one I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, where The Breakup.
He's the friend.
He's just the friend, and he's like, oh, okay.
He's like, as your friend and your real estate agent.
I don't think that's a good move.
I don't think it's a good move.
But the Ozark just put him over the top.
Oh, Ozark. Well, he's perfect for that role, man.
He's the writer in that, right?
Is he? I don't know.
I think he's the writer.
Oh, he's in Starsky and Hutch. Okay. He's in The Breakup. He's in.
Yeah, The Breakup's the one we were just talking about. What else is he in?
A Couple's Retreat. Oh, he's a fool in that one. That's not a good
It's
not a good movie, but it's funny. It is funny. He's funny in it. So is the guy who plays. You ever seen Bound and Down? Did you ever watch that show?
No, but I know who is that to do with the mullet?
Yeah. So the guy who's his rival in that show is also in Couple's Retreat. The home run hitter guy.
Doesn't he play? He plays a couple serious roles too, doesn't he?
He's in Horrible Bosses too.
That's Jennifer Aniston too, right?
Yes, that's a funny one.
She plays a wicked role in that.
Oh, I don't know why that guy's complaining.
Ever. Like, what is wrong? Like, yes, ma'am. Anything you want, ma'am. Like,
he's like
Courtney Cox or Jennifer Aniston?
Who do I like better?
Yeah.
I was always a Jennifer Aniston person.
Oh, okay.
I used to like the part in the middle thing.
Yeah.
And I
just think I'm a brunette person.
Well, they're both brunette.
No, like dark, like Courtney Cox, dark hair.
Oh, well. Yeah, I'm more of a. I think I'm definitely more of a Jennifer. Back in the day, I was a. Listen, when they were young, I always liked Courtney Cox, but Jennifer Aniston, the part in the middle, had me.
Yeah. You don't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
You know where else he plays a good role? And I don't know if you've seen it. It's one of my, I think it's one of the most underrated movies ever, and I love it. It's The Kingdom with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I didn't see that movie. I'm
telling you, it's really good. It's one of they're FBI agents, and something happens where a bomb is planted in the Middle East, and they blow up like a compound, and they go over there and do this whole thing. But it's like a serious movie, but he still plays that role. You know what I mean? Like, he's still that guy. It's Jamie Foxx, him. Oh, damn. Who's the chick? The chick. Who's the female in it? Oh, man. She's in so much stuff, and she's so good. Peter Berg directed it, so you know what I mean. Jennifer Garner. That's her. Jennifer Gardner. She's one of my faves too. She's good. He's been in so much stuff.
Who's that?
Bateman. Office Christmas Party was good too. Did you ever see that?
Office Christmas Party?
You got to see that one.
That's a movie?
Yes. Just think about it. It's about a company's office Christmas party, and just go from there. Put Jason Bateman in a movie like that, and just think about the possibilities and things that could happen.
He's a fool. He's funny. I think he's funny in, even though it's not even a funny show. He's funny in
Ozark.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got like this dry humor where he just,
he's snarky. He's snarky.
Yep. The Change Up was another good one too. Oh, that's good.
Jason Bateman got a lot of airtime.
He's in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
He was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
That's what I'm looking at here. I guess he was.
He's in Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
He must be like one of the friends, I think. That's what he is. He's probably one. Yeah, he's the friend that's like, you got to get over this guy.
No, he's not.
I'm telling you, I'm looking. This is.
Wait, where do you see that?
Going through his. Paul Rudd's in it too. Jason Bateman.
All right. So let's go to Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which is definitely one of the funniest movies
ever in history.
It is.
Hands down.
Such bad reviews, and I don't understand what people are watching
because people have never been through it, I guess.
Anytime on a Sunday that is on,
it's on. It stays on.
First of all, they will make those. I don't know how much they make for those movies, but they will make money in perpetuity in syndication because that movie is so funny. Every generation will find it funny. Anyone can relate to that movie. Anyone can relate to that guy, the big Jason Sudeikis, I think it is.
She bought me this because she knows I like cereal, and sometimes I leave it up, and she didn't want it to get stale, so she bought me this. I can't get rid of this. It's just, dude. And what's his name plays the best role.
Hey, Sasquatch, can you move to the left?
And he plays the best role in it, like the other guy, right? Like, what's his name?
Oh, hey, Messer Brand. Yeah.
I'm Monster Snow. Oh, boosha.
Oh, what's his name? The guy from
Superbad.
He and
Did you listen to my demo? Did you listen to my demo, sir? No, I just kind of just went on living my life.
I just went to living my life.
And what's her name's in it too? Mila Kunis, right?
Mila Kunis is the front desk girl.
Folk show.
God, his friend though is not Jason Bateman. His friend is somebody else.
It says Paul Rudd's in it too.
Paul Rudd is the surf instructor.
That's right.
Oh, he's so funny.
When he tries to surf,
he's like, "Do you remember I did surfing lessons with you the other day?" Yeah. Oh, all right.
I totally forgot that.
Oh my God, there's so many.
Well, here it is. Jason Bateman is the Animal Instincts detective. Where? I don't.
Jason Bateman in hold on.
I don't know.
Jason Bateman. What was what's it called? Forgetting.
He only has one line.
It's one line. One line. I gotta find this.
I think it might. I don't know. Wow, that movie came out in 2008. I freaking love that movie because it's so relatable to anybody that's ever been in a situation like that.
He's like, are those tissues of happiness or sadness?
I can't believe he ends up at the same spot. Could you imagine that? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Bougie. And then when she gets all mad when
Bougie.
Yeah, what's the name? They're yucking it up together all of a sudden.
Yeah. He's like, what can I get you to drink? He's like, I just don't care, mate. Anything. I don't care.
Anything.
I don't care.
And he gets all drunk. He's not supposed to drink, right? Because he's like,
he's sober. And she's like, that tattoo is Buddhist. That is Christian. It all doesn't even relate. It doesn't. She just tears him. He's like, I slept with the housekeeper the other day. I hate your music. I slept with the housekeeper. Done.
oh my God.
One of the most underrated movies of all time.
Oh, this is so underrated. There's so many scenes in it. Oh my God.
Anybody who hasn't seen it, go watch that movie. It's probably not. Watch the unedited version though, because they take out some good stuff with it's amazing.
I don't know. This guy's named Jason Segel. I thought it was Sudeikis, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't think of the big guy. He's
pretty good too.
Oh, I guess it's Siegel is his name. I thought it was Sudeikis, but I don't know. You know what? I don't know who these guys are. But he's also in another movie that's hilarious. I think his wife in it is. Oh, it's so bad. It's when he's like a chef.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And he what happened? He loses his job or something?
Yep.
I think he's with Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt is in it with him. Is the girl.
He's Jason Segel.
Yeah. What is that movie? I forgot.
Well, listen, he's good in the one with Cameron Diaz sex tape.
I've
You ever see that?
No.
It's hilarious. They're like a mom and dad couple, and they decide to make this tape, and all of a sudden they lose it.
Oh, that's
and the whole thing is about they gotta get this tape back.
What the heck? He's in Get Him to the Greek too.
Yeah, well, the both of them are kind of. They started doing that whole
almost right.
Yeah. I saw the 5-year engagement. That wasn't very good.
Well,
that's right. Well, have you ever seen Bad Teacher?
Isn't the 5-year engagement? Isn't that the movie he's in with Emily Blunt?
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
did you see him in?
I thought that was kind of funny.
Did you see him in Bad
the bear outfit? And then he grows out his beard.
And she starts to hate him. His buddy puts together that video at the engagement party.
Oh,
doing. It's all his exes. And why they didn't work out? Like he went through the whole slew of them, and why all. He's also. Did you ever see Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
And he's the gym teacher.
Yes. She dates him or something in the end.
At the very. Well, anybody who hasn't seen it, coach just killed.
He's funny in that. He is really, really funny in that.
Right. He's playing dodgeball with him,
drilling the kids. He's so underrated.
Yeah, she's like, you're a middle school gym teacher. He's like, absolutely. Oh my god.
Oh man, I love it. By the way, some of the funniest movies are when they have gym teachers portrayed in not so positive lights.
Well, because all they think that they do, you know what I mean, is
basically roll out the balls,
roll out a ball and go.
What's the movie where you know I'm talking about, the guy who Billy Bob Thornton plays the gym teacher?
No.
Did you see that movie?
No. Are you kidding me? Billy Bob Thornton in anything is amazing.
Hold on, I'll tell you what it is. It's Mr. Woodcock.
Never heard of it.
Oh, you've got to watch that movie. That's a funny movie. He plays the gym teacher. Let's play the trailer. Let's see if we can pull this up, because this is funny. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to try and get you.
I got one for you when you're done, too, because that movie is amazing. And it's one of the most underrated movies ever, too.
The show is way better when we talk about things that have nothing to do with what we actually do.
We hit on all the news and everything we were supposed to. Now we're just kind of just doing whatever, killing time.
Let's see. Can you see it?
Yes. It's newer or older?
It's kind of 2007, I guess it says here. So it's been around.
All through junior high, John Farley struggled to keep up.
Are you going to be on the No, sir. Rhetorical, Farley. I already know the answer. You are a disgrace to fat, gelatinous, out-of-shape little kids the world over. Don't you even think about letting go.
Which motivated him to become the self-help author that he is today.
I read all your books.
All I did was give you the raft.
Oh, Stifler.
So amazing.
Yep, Stifler.
But he's about to discover he's going to need all the self-help.
Oh, he's dating his mom, right?
Yes.
Are you seeing someone? Yeah. You know him already.
Is that Susan Sarandon?
Yes.
The best.
It'll be your new dad. What's your book about? It teaches people how to release painful memories so they can rebuild their self-esteem. A lot of losers out there, I guess.
I wanted for you two to get along.
What the?
Yes, John! What are you doing? It's dark. Instinct took over. What about when I said it's me? It's John.
It's amazing.
And feel the love.
He's hooking up with your mom?
I gotta see it. Oh, look at Skinny Guy.
Hey, John, I'm on a plane.
You know who that was, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Nobody.
Oh, she's good too. I like her.
She's about to marry the Antichrist.
Excuse me. Hi. Could I get a real bottle, please? I'm an alcoholic, not a Barbie doll.
William Scott, Vincent Lee, with Amy Fuller and Susan Sarandon.
All right, Susan Sarandon with a little, Billy Bob Thornton action.
You get inside his wheelhouse and spin him like a top. Are you okay? Rhetorical question, boycott.
It's amazing.
You just saw the jokes probably the whole entire. Sometimes I don't like when they do too many.
Yeah, like the trailer is the movie.
The trailer is the movie. Like you don't have to see a damn thing after that.
You're like, why are you doing that?
You can't have all your jokes in the trailer. You just need one or two of the good jokes.
You need a good hook.
The hook. That's it. Because I want to see the whole movie. I don't want to see the whole movie jokes in the trailer. so I don't have to ever watch it again.
Look, you could have ended it when he was kissing her in the kitchen and done. Cut it off right there. So here we go.
No. Well, they probably knew it was going to be a commercial failure. Which I think it was. But it was funny. Like, I think there's some movies that, like, if you weren't, like, a coach or a teacher or an athlete, like, they didn't intend it that way. They intended it to the general marketplace. But the only people that enjoy it are actually the coach or the athlete.
People that are in it or have gone through it.
Or have gone through it, right? Well, people who've gone through it don't want to experience it again, so they don't want to see it. Okay. You know who told me to go watch that movie? My father, who's a gym teacher.
There you go.
There you go. He goes, I got a movie for you. I'm like, come on. He's like, Billy Bob Thornton is a gym teacher. I'm like, that can't be any good. He said, oh, it's good. It's hilarious. That's what he said.
So this is pretty cool that I'm just reading.
Movie where they make the gym teacher look like
that guy.
That guy. Right.
So not to like totally like change whatever, but I'm reading this here. This is pretty cool. St. Thomas, a Division III program, is making an unprecedented move from Division III to Division I.
New York St. Thomas.
I'm not. They play in. They play
basketball.
This is a non-scholarship Pioneer Football League.
Yeah.
They're going to FC from D3 to FCS, and they're taking on Northern Iowa.
In basketball or football?
This is football.
I never heard of them.
I'm reading it right now on Football Scoop. This is wild. They're visiting South Dakota, North Dakota in years to come. Its inaugural schedule will be announced at a later date. They've obviously had a lot of tradition. It seems like they've won division at Division III level, but now they're going to. That's crazy.
They must be out in Iowa or something.
The non-scholarship Tommies will take on one of the top programs in FCS in year one. A Panthers program that has enjoyed winning, moving towards its first Division I season. The University of St. Thomas, a Division III team in Minnesota.
The Tommies. Wow, they have a great
powerhouse in Minnesota. Involuntary. They got voted out.
Oh. All-time record is 593, 239. This is their program. And 24, they have a 71% all-time record.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Their head coach is Glenn Caruso. Whoever that is. Played at Ithaca.
It says they will join the Summit League, which is an FCS independent league, in 2021 after 2 more seasons playing Division III.
Oh, they're pretty good. They've been to here's their records. Their record the last 10 years at Division III. You ready? 8-2, 8-2, 11-2, 12-1, 14-1, 3, 8-2, 14-1, 13-1, 12-1.
And those ones, all those 1 losses are probably to either Mount Union, Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yep.
All in a deep round of the playoffs.
Their head coach's record. Okay.
He's 1 loss a year.
Head coach's record is 126 wins and 21 losses.
Look, that in order to go from Division III to Division I, they have to get a waiver. Obviously, you can't just make that jump without, But that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's a school saying, you know what, dude? Let's go.
And you want to hear something super interesting? This will even make you say, guys just have to get the right situation. Before he got to St. Thomas Aquinas, he served 2 years as a head coach at a school I never heard of, McAllister, where he was 2-7 and 4-5.
He was horrible.
Well, he only there 2 years, so he jumped, and then he built that. Pretty cool.
So what is it? The St. Thomas Tommies?
Yeah.
In Minnesota.
Okay. Bougie.
Bougie.
That's her best line in the movie.
Here it is.
Oh, my goodness.
It only costs $30K to go there.
Hilarious.
Private Catholic University in St. Paul, Minnesota. Named after Thomas Aquinas, of course. Currently enrolls nearly 10,000 students.
Oh, it's not a small school.
No, it's Minnesota's largest private nonprofit university.
Hey. Bougie.
They consider the campus urban. What is a Tommy? Oh, they got some nice facilities. They definitely don't have FCS facilities, but they're gonna have to change that. Oh, the field's like right in the middle of the campus. Okay. I don't know if I could handle Minnesota, bro. It's really, really cold.
It is cold. It is cold. Well, I don't know. Do we have anything else or what?
I think we're good. Let's see what this week brings.
You gonna get it going a little bit when we got the kids on 8:30?
Yeah, what are you doing? 8:30 you're doing one?
Yeah.
Did you let is anybody else going on? Did you let anybody else know or no?
I don't know if yeah, I'll let them know. I mean, it's really it's really a check-in call for the kids. Just
all right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go home. Maybe I'll jump on.
Coming back, that might be we might start lifted soon.
Let's easy. Don't do that. You're only gonna disappoint yourself. Don't do it. Don't. It's not. You know what I mean? Like then you're only gonna get your bubble burst. I don't want to be Debbie Downer because I want to go back just as much as you do, but don't do that. So who knows? We'll see. I don't know. Fire it up.
All right, let's fire it up.
8:30.
8:30.
Past my bedtime, man. You're getting late.
Well, they have lip-sync or something.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Football and the Kitchen Sink with Coach Schuman and Coach DePascali. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. If you like what you heard, leave us a review and be sure to tell a friend. We will meet you back here next time on Football and the Kitchen Sink.
All right, we're out.